United. How you gonna have me sitting there all stressed out on Valentine's Sunday? Lindelof. How you gonna get henched out for the first goal by a reborn Marnie? West Bromwich Albion ain't their team that's conceded at least about 50, but still we wanna talk about titles. But yet we can't dribble past Bartley. United. How you gonna have me sitting there all stressed out on Valentine's Sunday? Lindelof. How you gonna get henched out for the first goal by a reborn Marnie? West Bromwich Albion ain't their team that's conceded at least about 50, but still we wanna talk about titles. But yet we can't dribble past Bartley. What? Yo, this is the OT'99 Banter Room where opinions get shared and smoke gets served. Oh my gosh. Manchester United 1. West Brom 1. Bro, what is going on with this team? Why are we not... What's going on? What's going on? How can United be drawing with West Brom? Why? How? You've seen Liverpool slip up. You've seen big teams drop points. And United don't want to go kick off and push on. We could have been 8 points clear from Liverpool. We could have at least closed the gap, albeit it being temporarily against City. But just show some character. Show some fight, show some courage. We ain't doing none of that. It is so frustrating watching United. Like, you don't know what you're getting. You just don't know what you're getting. Like, we started off that game. One, we've got Scott McTominay and Fred, both in the middle. Why? You know, why aren't we starting, you know, someone like Donny next to one of them against West Brom? Why? If you can't start Donny with a Fred or Donny with a Scott McTominay against West Brom, when are you ever gonna start Donny van de Beek? When? It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. I can understand, you know, Sheffield United. They've got grit, they've got fight. Where you might think about, oh, like, okay, maybe play someone like, you know, Fred, or let me play like even a Pogba because he's got strength and size, he can hold up the ball at times. But you're against West Brom, it's a different kettle of fish. And look, we had like 86% possession at times. Like, it was a joke, and yet you're still playing Oli, you know, Fred and Scotty against a team that you're trying to break down. But before we even get into that, United go and concede a goal in the first 60 seconds or 90 seconds or whatever it is in the game. You're just like, are you not tired? Are you not tired? Because I'm tired of having this issue. We keep talking about United in the opening minutes of a game, you know, sleeping our defense, sleeping, conceding goals. We keep conceding goals early. Why do we keep conceding goals so early in a game? Done it against Fulham. Do you know what I mean? Lookman goes and slot in a goal. Done it against Sheffield United. Like, United and Liverpool, you know, we concede a goal earlier on. Like, it's just like, why we woke? Why does it always take a goal to open up awaken our senses? Why? Us to concede. A game like this against West Brom, United's already not free-flowing with the goals. You know, we beat Southampton 9-0, and that was an anomaly. Everyone was like, you know, shocked. But like, why? You know you're not free-flowing with the goals. Your defense is all over the place at times. It's just like, why are we not in a position where, at least bare minimum, you're struggling to find the goal, the winning goal, get your 1-0, and then go home? You know, you chalk it, you know, off as a day, you know, a cold, you know, wet day, you know, away from home against West Brom. You take your 1-0 and go home. United, no, we don't like to do that. We like it, you know, we like going through the grind. We like to go down, then equalize, and then be struggling to find a winning goal. You're giving yourself double work to do. It's taken it's not a quality goal from Bruno Fernandes to even equalize. Like, look, United could have went on and lost this game. I'm fuming, yeah, but United could have went and lost this game. Do you know what I mean? There's chances that West Brom had where they, like, especially towards the end, where they could have just finished off. If they had a better forward up front, it could have been, 2-1. Now you're just sitting there thinking, like, what's going on? I know, like, United struggling for goals. I know that it's not coming easy. But the first thing you need to be doing, as a United team, we need to be making sure that we do not be conceding silly goals like this. Yeah, you're going to concede goals in games, but you can't be doing this against West Brom. You can't be talking about challenging for a title. Look, United, at this rate, you're talking about challenging for Champions League spot, let alone challenging for a title. You can't. It's a joke, bro. It's a joke. A big joke. We can't. We're moving funny. We're moving funny. We're talking about a game that I keep complaining about. Martial being out on the left and Rashford being out on the right. And, you're getting a lesser Rashford on the right. You're getting nothing at the moment from Martial, or minimal, should I say, for Martial out on the left. Martial needs to be dropped. It's just as simple as that. He needs to be dropped. Play Green. Look when Greenwood came onto the pitch. You stuck him on the right. You see how active Greenwood was? We needed that from the start. He was active. Greenwood was active. You know what I mean? He's come alive. You can see he's got that form in him. Rest your Martial. Rashford on the left. Greenwood on the right, Cavani up top. Leave that alone. Let that sink. Just leave it alone. You know what I mean? Leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Forget about all of this resting thing and malarkey. Leave it alone. We're having a man down, like, with Martial playing at the minute. He's not quite there. Look, we're making these substitutions now with taking off Fred and bringing on Donny van der Beek. He probably should have even started anyway. But even so, like, when you look at that, it's confusing with Donny as well, because I know that his confidence is probably low. You know what I mean? He's come to a team. We spent big money on him, 40 million. He's come to a team. He's fighting for game time, and he's looking ahead of him thinking, you know what? Like, it's not like I'm trying to fight Bruno Fernandes for his spot necessarily, because I can play in multiple positions. It's not like necessarily like it's Popper or nothing. Like, you've got Scott McTominay and you've got Fred getting more game time than you. You're struggling to get game time. Why? Especially against West Brom. And to think about it, if he was getting more game time from earlier, maybe he would have been a lot more sharper. His confidence would have been a lot more higher. May have been more match fit, because I refuse to believe that this is Donny. Like, what we're seeing now at United is Donny. It's not Donny. I've seen the Donny at Ajax doing bits, and he's shown little specks of it, like, at United at times. But right now, I think his morale's on a low, and we need to start putting a bit more respect on his name, or he's gonna go. Do you know what I mean? He's gonna follow, Pogba out of the door and leave. There's plenty of teams that will be queuing up for Donny van der Beek right now. Like, we're using him. It's like, just start the guy, or just leave him alone. You know what I mean? Start him or what? Sell him. Like, what's United on, man? We're doing this thing where we bring him on for like 2 minutes here and there. Yeah, we brought him on slightly earlier, but obviously you're seeing the impact of all of the previous history stuff where he can't even come on and have a major impact on the game. It's morale shot, man. Like, it's stress, man. This team, it's stress. This Maguire and Lindelof stuff is so stressful. Yeah, it's unbelievable. The world knows, everyone can see that we need a better partnership. You know what I mean? Better partnership. The way how Lindelof got mad. First of all, I don't even know what that ref was on, because the way how Lindelof, I thought personally that he got on another day, on another ref, they would have said that's a foul. Do you understand? I remember Maguire scoring a goal when he was fuming that he got cancelled out. I think he done a little light touch on a defender's back, if you call it that, and the referee said it was a foul for Maguire. Do you know what I mean? And what I saw happening to Lindelof for that goal, that was no different to what someone is trying to do to get that slight advantage over the defender. But referees be blowing for that all day as a foul. Lindelof got sort of smothered, and that goal, it stood. Do you know what I mean? It stood. There's also that penalty decision with Maguire in the box where I thought that was kind of like still, but I've seen them give him, you know what I mean, where the defender was like holding him back on the shoulder or whatever, he went down, he got ruled out. But the most frustrating thing about this is, I'm talking about things like this against West Brom, who's sitting near enough bottom of the league. We shouldn't be having this discussion. It's so frustrating. It's mad. And like, You see it again with United, so like vulnerable when it comes to balls being whipped into the box. Vulnerable, like, it's just like, we don't have a defender that takes ownership. We don't even have a goalkeeper at times that takes ownership to say, you know what, this ball is coming into my box. It's coming here. Look, I'm gonna make sure I forget about you lot. Forget about you guys to the left. Forget about you guys to the right. This ball is mine. This ball is mine, and I'm clearing that ball away, heading that ball away, or punching that ball out if it's a goalkeeper, or catching it or whatever. We don't have no one that's doing that. Everyone's shying away. Shying away. The ops are getting their head on the ball and putting it in the net. Like, come on, man. Who's putting themselves on the front line? Like, Bailly does it at times. Even Jones, to an extent, does it at times. And I've said this before. Who is Lindelof putting himself on the front line? Is he taking ownership? Is he making sure when that ball comes whipped into the box, either from a free kick, a cross, a corner, whatever it is, that he's winning his head on that? You can trust him. You can put your full faith that this guy is going to get his head on the ball and clear it away. Or Maguire. Look, we've got Maguire, who's aerially good, like at winning. You know, if a ball's coming over at the top, Maguire's got the ability to always, more time than none, win that ball. Do you know what I mean? It's coming over the top, he clears it out. How many times have we seen Maguire do that when a ball's being whipped in from a cross or corner kick or one of them set pieces? How many times? He's not taking ownership of that. And it's weird because you see guys that's good at like heading the ball. Like you've got your Harry Kanes. When he'll be in his own half. Balls are being whipped in. And you know that Harry Kane's getting his head on the ball, he's clearing it out defensively, or he's winning the header, if he's in an ops half. But why I don't see any of that? It's weird. It's weird. You need to be commanding that. You're the captain. You're 80 million. You need to be in that box saying, you know what? Wherever you see any guy there, you're gonna see me. There's times where you don't even see Maguire. He's not even in the picture. Lindelof is always getting manhandled. Like, where's these man's upper body strength? Where's their leg day?
Yo, Brad, where are you, bro? It's fucking leg day, man!
Nah, man, I'm good. I don't feel like doing leg.
Yo, no leg day, bro? What are you doing? You play? No! No! What are you doing? What the fuck?
What are they on? They all just get buoyed. And for me, I'm just like, you know what? We need some proper muscle in that centre back position. We need some proper muscle there, man. Proper brute guy that don't care about slamming his face into a pole. That needs to be in our defence. We need it, bruv. Someone that's commanding, like the village types. We need that. We can't be talking about how we're going down. We're crying as the Man United fans about, sometimes, maybe our lack of goals or not scoring enough. And we should be. Don't get me wrong. We should be battering teams at West Brom. But there's times where you're not. There's times where you need to get your 1-0s and go home. United, how many, you know what I mean? Why are we always having this discussion of us? Look, United's been branded the comeback kings in games, especially away from home. Why? Because we're always going down early. We're always having to climb a mountain and then go on to win again. Do you know what I mean? Teams always find a way. They always see, because we can't close out our game is what, we ain't got that killer instinct is what. That's why you've seen United concede a lot of goals late in the game, because United ain't got that killer instinct up top. And we're also conceding goals, we're leaking goals in the defence. We've got two issues going on here. Do you know what I mean? Where we started off scoring a lot of goals, now it's become, sparse here and there. United's actually one of the teams, probably the last time I checked, that scored the most goals in the league. But in terms of the top 6 teams, we've probably conceded the most goals out of the top 6. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's a joke. It is a joke. Where Liverpool pre-Alisson and Van Dijk, we're Liverpool 2.0. Like, reborn Liverpool right now. It's just that we ain't even scored as many goals as they were in their prime when they were banging in goals. It's a joke. Like, the coaching team, Oli, what's going on, bro? Like, what is going on? There's no excuse for these things. We're struggling against your West Brom, struggling against your Fulham, struggling against all of these teams. Like, we've got guys in the team. We've got world-class guys. We've got guys that are quality. We've got guys that are like, creative. We've got guys in the team. We shouldn't be talking about the same situation. which leads me to think, like, what is it? Like, is it a mentality thing? Is Oli taking us as far as he can take us? Like, what's going on here? Like, what is going on? Because we can't keep coming back to this thing. Like, City, yes, City's probably not going to go on to win every single game in the Premier League until, you know, it concludes. But at the same time, you need to be thinking, we need to be in touching distance to be able to capitalise on that. And when we're losing and, you know, drawing silly games like this, you're not doing yourself any favours. It's not really gonna matter when City drop points, if they drop points. It's not gonna matter because we're gonna be so far behind them that it's not even gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. Like, I'm there thinking, damn, like we've got Newcastle coming up, which can be a bit tricky, but I would have expected points from that. We've got Chelsea, we've got City coming up. I'm thinking, you know what, this needs to be a must win because when we're going up against those teams, it's gonna be a bit more stress, especially like Chelsea with their new manager, and we've got what do you call it? City, who's just on smoke anyway. It's just like, come on, man, bro, come on. What are we on? It is so long. Anyway, that's my rant over, man. That's my rant over. It's just long. It's long. I don't know what else to say, man. It's stressful, man. Look, I'm in an Uber Prius. I'm chilling. I don't know where my destination is gonna be. It's a bumpy ride. You know when the sat nav said that way, but the driver's going this way because he thinks he knows the shortcuts. But then he gets hit with a diversion. It gets caught up in traffic anyway. You just, you know, can't really complain. You can't do anything. You're stuck in traffic. You just got to enjoy the ride, man. It's stressful. I mean, there might not be no AC in the whip on a hot summer day, but it is what it is. You understand? It is what it is. But enjoy the ride, man. And that's what I'm gonna have to do. It's a rocky one, man. But you know what? At this rate, it's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. But yeah, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, and support the team.